Hey guys, I am scrolling through my laptop right now. I just got done organizing my PowerPoint for a seminar that I have coming up at the Altoona campus. Youth athletics. The Altoona area, very, very big into sports. Flag football, soccer. We just built a brand new soccer complex. It's huge as far as community involvement. Baseball. If I'm correct, a lot of the sports activities in the 7th grade at the Southeast Polk District, a lot of those got cut out of the sports programming. So you see a lot more either club sports or youth group sports, tournament teams, stuff like that. I have in the past year actually had a lot of parents come to me and say, hey, my child is a tennis player, soccer player, trying to get better to see if they can get a college scholarship, whatever the case may be. But I have a lot of people say, can you write me a 12-week program for my son or daughter for speed and agility? Or can you write me something for strength? Common questions that I get: how often should they work out? How much weight should they be lifting? What should they be eating? So I kind of took all those questions and bunched it into one. I answer these questions multiple times throughout a month or 2 months, so I decided to put them all together and make a seminar out of this. So, things that this seminar will include, I'll scroll through here so this video isn't too long. The components of youth athletics. I have this book that I'm kind of basing this off of. Improving flexibility. That's one thing. Gain coordination, building balance, boosting stamina, increasing strength, maximizing speed, and enhancing agility. If you were to have a 10, 11, 12-year-old kid and they want to get better at a sport, a lot of the basics aren't covered, and they just get taught how to ground a ball or how to throw a football or how to come from a three-point stance and hit an opponent in the chest. A dynamic warm-up isn't really focused on a lot of times. That incorporates flexibility and balance. Conditioning. Sometimes coaches will say, okay, last 5 minutes of conditioning, run to that pole way off in the distance and back. Well, if you're a baseball player, you never ever in your sport run all the way to a pole and back. You maybe run 90 feet at the most, okay? So sport-specific conditioning. Increasing strength. If you're 12 years old, should you be in a weight room? Should you be doing body weight exercises, body weight squats? Do you know how to do a squat? Coordination. A lot of people think coordination means being able to be in a three-point stance, come out, watch a football, catch it, bounce off of 3 pads, and do a spinning dive into the end zone. Coordination does not have to be that specific. Coordination can be something as simple as climbing a tree or riding a bike, okay? Coordination drills, what are they? What do they mean? Going through and explaining to coaches and parents how to incorporate these into a practice. If you know that flexibility is important, but you only have an hour with your athletes twice a week, of course you don't want to spend 15 minutes stretching. But can you put that into your workout, into your practice? Your warm-up, can you incorporate flexibility into that? If you're doing a drill where you're having kids practice grounding balls. Hey, if you're in line waiting to ground this, do a standing quad stretch. Reach for your toes, do arm circles. Work on your flexibility while you're waiting. Coordination drills. How can you teach a kid how to improve their coordination in a soccer practice? Cone drills, dribbling the ball, trying to make things fun. So the three people that I'm kind of emphasizing this to, parents who want to see their kids excel outside of practices. I've had probably 15 parents in the past year come to me and hire me to either train or write a program for their kids. Coaches, maybe another group of people that want to attend this seminar. Coaches who love to teach the sport but don't necessarily know the athletic techniques. You may love football. You may eat, sleep, breathe football, want to teach kids football, want to wear a football jersey to work, and you may have a passion for that. but you don't necessarily know how to teach a kid how to jump with proper form, or teach a kid how to run and catch a ball and avoid getting tackled. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of the technical things that you don't necessarily know just because you played football or you like football. And then finally, volunteers, people who want to help but may have never played a sport or never got educated in athletic programming. Maybe you're a dad or mom and you have a kid who plays football. What if you never played football but you still want to help? What if you were never educated in sports psychology or kinesiology or advanced human performance, but you want to help kids out? You know, there's a lot of coaches who have never actually played the sport that they're coaching. That actually happens. Not saying that's wrong, but you need to be responsible and educate yourself so these kids don't get hurt. And finally, one of the things that we'll focus a little bit on is injury prevention. Body weight exercises for your knees, body weight exercises for shoulders, core, lower back, abs and lower back, different things that you can do for the kids on your teams to help them out. Sometimes there's a bad vibe that surrounds youth sports. Parents who sit in the stands and watch the games, you see things on the news about dads getting in fights after a baseball game. It's not my place to tell you how to coach. It's not my place to tell you your intensity level that you should be coaching at. It's partially the responsibility of the parent and knowing when to say this coach is not a good fit for my kid. This coach is a good fit for my kid. Is my kid having fun in the sport, or is it turned into a duty or a job? Do they look forward to it? Are they going to get burnt out? I'm not going to get into any of that in this seminar. It's a very touchy subject. I love passionate coaches. My goal in this seminar is to explain the details and keep your kids safe while making them better. Teaching you about core strength, flexibility, coordination, a lot of the missed areas or the gaps that you may have in your programming. Also, one thing to kind of help justify the cost, it's $40 and it's a 90-minute seminar. One thing to help justify the cost, you will get an 8-week program at the end. It'll be hard copy. I'll hand it out to you. I'll also email you all the information. It'll give you ways to incorporate this stuff in your practices, and you will also get an email with links to videos that will be videos of me running through a lot of this stuff, demonstrating. So if you are sitting there at night writing up your plan for your practice tomorrow, you can go on YouTube, watch these videos and say, I want to put the perfect push-ups into our conditioning drill tomorrow, or I'm going to do this for our warm-up tomorrow. Simple stuff like that. So if you're a parent, if you're a volunteer coach, or if you're just a volunteer, someone looking to get involved, this seminar is very, very user-friendly. A lot of questions and answers. If I know, I'll answer the questions. If not, I'll write them down and email you back about them. I'm not a know-it-all. I've only been into this for about 6 years with my coaching and training. So at the bottom of this video, there will be a description. I'll have the dates, the times, the costs of all this stuff, and how you can contact me with questions. Educate yourself. That way your kids can have a long and healthy athletic career and they do not get burnt out, because youth sports is a very, very fulfilling experience if done the right way. So I'll quit talking. Read the description below if you need any more information. Thanks, guys.